Welcome back to Get Real. I'm your host, Erin Thomason. I'm here with Melisa Gagne, a top producer with Rose Homes at Lair Realty Partners. Welcome, Melisa.
Hi, thank you for having me.
And we also have Sarah Bear here from Ross Mortgage. Hi,
Yes.
Sarah.
Hi, Erin. How are you today?
Great, thank you. So happy to be here with you guys today. Melisa, I understand that you are on the South Coast in the Fairhaven, New Bedford kind of area. So tell us about what you've been doing.
So I have been lucky enough to sell real estate. I've lived and worked in the area that I am selling real estate in my whole life, and it's been one of those things that it's been an amazing thing to get into. I feel I get to help the people in my community, whether they're moving into our community or from or whatever it may be, and I just feel it's a really great thing to be able to help those finding to buy, sell, whatever they may need with their real estate needs.
Yeah, great. Sarah had mentioned before we came on the air that you're kind of the unofficial mayor
Yes.
of Fairhaven.
Yeah,
so
I
I
don't
take
know.
it you're kind of a popular.
I wouldn't be a very good politician, but I do tend to know a lot of people, and I'm probably that annoying person to go out with. No, I'm not. Probably I am. And I guess the common joke between my friends is always, where can we go with Melisa that she'll actually talk to us instead of everybody saying hello to
else.
her?
Yeah, yeah. So you have been doing this for how long?
4 years.
4 years. Okay.
So
And you're a full-time agent.
I am a full-time agent.
Okay.
I'm out there every day, 7 days a week. I work with both buyers and sellers. I really enjoy, people ask me a lot, which one do you prefer doing? And I honestly, I know that's probably what I'm supposed to say, but I honestly can't tell you which one I prefer.
Yeah.
I love the challenge of both sides.
Right.
And just being able to keep, switching it up a little bit. It kind of keeps your day a little bit different and interesting and daily between being a buyer's agent and a seller's agent.
It's kind of like picking your favorite kid.
Yeah. Yeah.
You really love them both.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Yeah. I'm totally going to steal that. Thank you. People ask me that a lot, and I feel like it's a cliche thing for me to say, but I really do enjoy both. I do.
Well, I think it comes down to if you're the resource and you're the problem solver, then you're going to enjoy no matter what that challenge is.
Yes.
So that makes sense.
And Melissa, you've just recently switched over to 100% full-time realtor,
yes.
right? And how's that working out for you?
Amazing.
Yeah.
The funny part about it is, so I always considered myself a full-time agent. But when you get started in real estate, it's hard to not have your job to make sure that you can pay your bills on. So I always dedicated myself to my clients 100%. And a lot of people didn't even realize that I still had a full-time job, actually.
Right.
I was in the bar and restaurant industry my entire life. So just background on me was, I was a bartender for 13 years. And before that, I was a waitress. And I was in restaurant and bar management for my whole life. And it was a really hard thing because it's all I knew my whole life. It's all I ever did.
Yeah.
Well, it's people, and really what it all comes down to is you've worked with people for the last 13 years.
Yes.
And you hear everybody's stories and you know their lives, right? So when that transitions into real estate, you've already created that connection with them, so you know them in and out.
And I always joke around saying there's nothing anybody can say or do that's going to surprise me.
I've seen it all.
Yeah.
But it's been a really great thing that it's I've been able to be just a solo full-time agent without any job additionally. And so it's been really great to see the transition of the extra hours that I can do behind the scenes.
Right.
And
you have, this year you are the top producer.
I am.
At Rose Homes Lair Realty, which is incredible.
Yeah.
And it's just a testament to, your dedication to your people.
My last 2 years, I've been lucky enough to be with both agencies. I was my previous agency and this one to be the top producer.
Yeah.
So I just knock on wood, and I don't take anything for granted, and I work hard every day, and I pray it continues.
The transition into, Rose Homes Lair Realty, I know that, it's a pretty big thing to make a switch.
Yes.
A
sure.
huge decision. But what was the driving force that made you technology? Yeah.
Lair has so many amazing tools, whether you see them firsthand as a consumer, client, buyer, seller, or the things that we have kind of going on behind the scenes to really get our listings out there, or, you know, different things for our buyers and whatnot. Layer has a lot of awesome tools that it was hard to say no to.
Yeah.
And so that was, it was kind of my way of trying to keep what I did, but to add, I'm constantly always wanting to be the best I can be.
Yeah.
Right. And through those tools, I felt it was my natural progression to try to bring more as much to the table as I possibly could.
If there's something more you can be doing, you want to do it.
Yes.
But at the same time, you were talking about, you know, kind of being old fashioned in some other ways where, you know, you really go over everything, you know, directly.
I learned the old school way, and I'm so grateful for it. I learned, you know, pen and paper, we sit down and we're going to go over this purchase and sales. And, you know, I'm going to not bore you with it for an hour telling you, but I'm going to nutshell certain documents for you and say, hey, do you have any questions? And we're going to sit there, and if there are any questions, we're going to discuss it and, you know, discuss different options on certain things, whether it's home inspection, purchase and sales, offer. I feel it's important rather than saying, here, sign.
Right.
And you are going to have those clients that literally just want to say, just give it to me, I'll
give
sign
me the
it.
dotted
That's fine.
line. Yeah.
But I like to be able to bring the best of both worlds, to have that technology back me up, but also I want to have that personal and keep that personal experience with my clients, who I would treat just as my friends and family. Yeah. And sit down and really go through the process with them so they fully understand. I feel it's really important, and it's been feedback that it was funny through us talking. It made me think. I said, yeah, you know, it's kind of a really cool thing that I didn't realize. I don't know if I would necessarily realize I was doing, but it was great that I was doing it, because I had a lot of my clients would thank me at the end of it, saying, you know, thank you so much we felt like we really knew what we were doing all along. And
right.
That's a good feeling, I think, to have.
It is.
Yeah. And you know, they trust you not only for their real estate needs, but, you know, oftentimes I hear you saying, you know, I heard from, you know, this buyer or this seller, you know, contact you either 6 months down the road or a year down the road and say, you know, hey, Melissa, do you have a recommendation for an electrician? Because they know that you're good at your job. You put your heart and soul into it, and the people that you work with, you know, as referral sources, probably share that same passion.
I always joke around at the closing table, and even prior to my clients, and I say, listen, we're not breaking up after this. I'm here for life if you'll have me. You're not going to get rid of me, but I always tell them, please feel free to call me, text me, email me, whatever communication is best for them.
Right.
And whether it's 6 months from then, a month from then, a year from then, whatever they may need. And it's so funny because I usually always get the same thing. I'm so sorry to bother you, but we need an electrician, or we need this. And I laugh because I think to myself, no, it's the best. To me, it's one of the best compliments.
I agree.
That you can get, that I was the first person you thought of a year from, later, or how long it was. And I want to help. I want to be there. And I'm lucky enough to be out there with having a pretty nice array of people that I can refer, professionals that I can refer them to. So why not?
Right.
It's a win-win for everybody involved.
Yep. You're like a one-stop shop.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Nice. I had gone through buying my own home myself.
Yes.
Just I guess a little over 2 years ago, and being in the industry, I know how overwhelming it was. So I can't just imagine how it goes.
For someone who's not in it.
Yeah. So I tried to just a lot of little things that I know I was having a hard time tackling. I've tried to build from my own experience as well as my clients' experiences.
Sure.
And try to make better every day on however I can.
Yeah, definitely.
And where do you see, right now, so we're getting into our slower months, right? Traditionally, what's considered a slower month, the slower months. What are you seeing, down on the South Shore as far as what's going on with the market, or do you have buyers? Do you have sellers?
Right now, the market is fun.
It's, it's always fun.
Yeah, it's always fun, and I think that it's really important right now. In I can only speak from my area in the South Coast, but a lot of people are at the point, and I have customers of my own. We're gonna list in the spring. We're going to list in the spring. And because spring and summer, everybody thinks that's the time of year, and it is. They're right.
Yeah.
However, right now, inventory is so low, and there are so many buyers out there.
Yeah.
So the last week or so, I've been out there with my own buyers, and I was in 3 bidding wars just in the past week.
Yeah.
Just to give you an idea that we are still in a seller's market. So the common misconception this time of year is that nobody's going to want to move. It's already wintertime.
Right.
It's not wintertime yet. Yeah, we've gotten a couple flurries on the ground, but there's not any snow on the ground.
Right.
People are more than willing to move. And what's happening right now, especially with the holidays, is now you have the race to get in for Christmas.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
They want to have their first Christmas in their new house.
Yeah, absolutely. And with, with interest rates being so low.
Yes.
And, we're not in a volatile market with rates.
No, I think that plays a big part of it, the interest rates right now. And obviously you can attest to that more, but it's huge.
Yeah, and I think consumers are becoming more educated as well, and it's not just about a season now. It's really about looking for the smartest investment that they can make.
Absolutely.
And, with those investments, especially down on the South Coast, I know that you've seen an influx of buyers coming down to the South Coast.
Yes.
And I think a lot of it might have to do with, the multifamilies that are available for a lower price, and also the train.
Yes, the train.
So let's talk about the train.
So can I admit this?
Yes.
I have been a non-believer of this train my whole life, okay? And I probably shouldn't admit
Express.
that. Right. But this train's happening. I'm a believer now. Yeah. It's happening. And this past year, especially this summer, just was insanity. It went from a seller's market to on certain properties, especially like you had said with multifamilies.
Yeah.
And it's been, we've had a ton of people from out of the area coming in to invest. So now you don't have just your area that you would normally have. You have all these extra buyers coming down from various areas.
Right.
And they have no problem paying full price because to them, they're still
it's an
saving.
Investment at this point.
So this train that's coming in, it's going to be almost a direct line right into Boston, correct?
Yes.
So you have either these investors or these, millennial, home buyers that are working in Boston right now that can, buy a multifamily at $200,000-300,000 rather than spending $850,000 for a 1-bedroom condo in the heart of Boston.
Right.
So that's
nuts.
True.
If you're paying $500,000 for a multi, it's definitely at least a 3-family, and it's probably a really, really nice one.
and probably very close to the water too.
Yeah, the nice thing about our area is even if you can't see the water at any given time, you're pretty close to it.
Yeah.
So it's like a hidden
very
gem.
Coastal. I tend to think so. I think it's one of those things that growing up there you don't realize.
Yeah.
And then you get into the adult life
and
and
then
you realize
see what everyone else pays to live in a place like that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm a little biased.
Yeah, that's all right. We all are.
So the multis are still at a really great price. And what are the singles looking like?
Single families, same. It's you can go anywhere from $150,000 to $1 million, essentially, depending on what you're looking for. But if you're looking for the everyday middle class family looking to raise their family and you're looking for 2-3 bedroom, depending on where you are looking specifically, you could buy, and if you're looking for a fixer-upper or if you're looking to move in ready, you can range anywhere from, $175,000 to $399, and you're solid.
Yeah, and that's still really good.
Which is amazingly affordable.
Yes.
Especially nowadays, even looking in like the central Mass area, people are getting priced out, $500,000-600,000 for a 2-3 bedroom home.
It's wild.
So it's,
and even in our area, rents for us, I'm sure they're very affordable compared to a lot of other places. But for people who have lived in our area, they're, or are familiar with it, rents are actually higher than they've ever been.
Yeah.
So I can't tell you how many times I have just making conversation with, whether it's people I knew and grew up with and, catching up, or just anybody. I don't know. I tend to talk to anybody, so I'll talk to a stranger. And I hear, they'll say, oh, I'm paying X amount a month for a mortgage, for rent. And I think to myself, well, that's my mortgage payment.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's, when they can relate to you, I feel like it's kind of one of those things where they realize, well, and I always tell people, hey, I did it, me, myself, and I. And that's one of the biggest things that I probably sound like a broken record, but it's something I'm very proud of. I've worked my butt off. I don't know if I can say butt. I've worked really hard my whole life.
Yes.
And nobody handed me anything, and I bought my house, me, myself, and I, and it's something
that's an accomplishment.
It's something that you should be proud of, and it's something that I always tell people, if I can do it, anybody can do it.
Right.
I did it bartending, I did it waitressing, I did it managing a restaurant. And it's
but sometimes they need somebody to kind of put those dots together to make them realize it is possible for them, and it does make sense.
Yes.
So it's nice that you can be that resource.
Very important to have a good mortgage person for you.
Yeah.
It is.
Sarah comes in.
Yes.
Before we run out of time, I just want to give out your contact information. Anybody looking to talk to you about buying or selling in the South Coast area, it's Melisa Gagne with Rose Homes, Lair Realty. Her cell phone is 508-264-6905. That's 508-264-6905. She also has a website, melisagagne.com. That's MELISAGAGNE. And she's pretty active on Facebook. So check her out on Facebook. So you like to be the resource for everybody. You know everybody. Everybody knows you. You're kind of like the lifelong, person to help out with all that stuff. So where, you said the market is good. We're not seeing that slow down at this point.
No, I'm not.
Yeah. So closing thoughts for, what's going on with you and what your plans are for, the next few months.
I'm ready to take on the world.
All right. Perfect.
But I always tell everybody that I am fortunate to be busy. I'm very fortunate enough to be busy, but I'm never too busy for anybody. So whether it's, buyers, sellers, whatever it is you're looking to do, or if you're just looking to chat about real estate and maybe have a few thoughts of something, whether it's now or later on, I always tend to say that I'm that no pressure sales real estate agent. I know that I'm in sales, and I technically, I'm a salesperson, but I don't consider myself a salesperson to that nature of.
What was the thing you said? You said you don't sell, you tell.
Yes.
No sell, just tell.
Yes. Realtor. Yeah. I'll help educate you with what's going on currently, and give you my professional opinion if you want it. And when you're ready, if you're ready, then I'm always around. But I'm not gonna call you 85 times a day.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, Melisa. I appreciate
you for
being with us.
Yes.
Thank you, Sarah.
No, thank you.
We are out of time, so this is your host, Erin Thomason. We will be back shortly with more Get Real.
Thank you.